Hello students, I am your SSC teacher Seema Singh. Student, we will start our next chapter, the gender inequality and civics. Students, gender is a term that you may often have heard. It is a term, however, that is not easily understood. Our understanding of gender is often based on the family and society that we live in. This leads us to think that the role we see men and women around us play are fixed and natural. In fact, these roles differ across communities around the world. By gender, we mean the many social values and stereotypes our culture attach to the biological distinction male and female. It is a term that helps us to understand many of the inequalities and power relation between men and women in the society. Students, gender inequality in India. Men and women are both equal and both play a vital role in the creation and development of their families in particular and the society in general. Indeed, the struggle for legal equality has been one of the major concerns of the women's movement all over the world. In India, since long back, women were considered as an oppressed section of the society and they were neglected for centuries. The Constitution declares that the equality before the law and the equal protection in law shall be available for of all. In India, since independence, a number of laws have been enacted in order to provide protection to women. For instance, the Dowry Prevention Act 1961, the Equal Remuneration Act 1986, the Hindu Marriage Act 1956, the Hindu Cession Act 1956, the Muslim Women Act 1986, the Commission of Sati Act 1987, etc. Distinction between boy and girls. We also realize that society make the clear distinctions between boys and girls. We tell children that they have specific roles to play when they grow up to be men or women. From early childhood, a boy is given an environment that teaches him to dominate. This is to prepare him for his role later in life to control others. A girl, on the other hand, is subjected to an environment that enables her to play a subservient role. She is taught to adjust, suffer patience, and is not allowed to assert herself. Different types of gender equality. Mortality inequality. In some regions in the world, inequality between women and women directly involve matters of life and death and take the brutal form of unusually high mortality rate of women and a consequent preponderance of men in the total population. Natality inequality. Give a preference for boys over girls that many male dominated societies have. Gender inequality can manifest itself in the form of parents wanting the newborn to be a boy rather than a girl. Basic facility inequality. Even when demographic characteristics do not show much or any anti female bias, there are other ways in which women can have less than a square deal. Special opportunity inequality. Even when there is a relatively little difference in basic facilities including schooling, the opportunities of higher education may be far fewer for young women than for young men. Professional inequality. In terms of employment as well as promotion in work and occupation, women often face greater handicapped than men. Old or family inequality. In many countries, the family itself becomes the root cause of greater inequality. Not only are boys preferred to girls, but also differently treatment is given to them. Factor responsible for gender inequality. Law status of women in society. In India, the status of women began to deteriorate from ancient India. Women were economically dependent on men and were denied share in parents' and husbands' property. Discrimination against girl child. In India, there is a discrimination against girl child. The birth of a boy is rejoined in the family because he is considered to continue the family while the female child will shifted to the family of her in-law after her marriage. Age-old system against women. In Indian society, girls were married at a very young age. In case of early death of husband, she had to suffer long time of agony as a child widow. Role of social reformers in India. Many social and religious reformers like Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, Swami Dayanand Saraswati and Sir Syed Ahmad Khan during the 19th century made concerted effort to improve the pitiable condition of women in India. Government initiatives for women's employment. The government has been playing a conscious role in empowering of women by striving to enforce the reservation of 33 1 upon 3 jobs for women in government and public sector with carry forward policy. The 33 1 upon 3 of budget of all departments for developmental programs for women. Implementation of girl child protection scheme to encourage child to get married only after the age of 18 years, to encourage enrollment of the girl child in school and ensure her education at least up to the intermediate level. Opportunities to participate through Mothers Committee and IGA group. Women were given equal political rights through universal adult franchise. Women were given equal share in the property of their parents. The Hindu Bill and the Kamla Act were passed to do away with the disputes. The government has declared dowry as illegal. Persons demanding or giving dowry are liable to be prosecuted. So students, there is no doubt that the status of women has improved a lot. Evil practices such as the Pardha system, child marriage and the like have not been completely eradicated but have seen as downfall. Thus a clear vision is needed to remove the obstacles to the path of women's, both the government and women themselves. Efforts should be directed by towards all-round development of each and every section of Indian women by giving them their due shares. Okay, thank you, students.